Greetings, folks. Iolair here. Today's replay is from myself. This is a match actually I had in late March that I kind of rediscovered last week after working through most of the backlog of content that folks had been sending me. So thank you very much for that, and keep the content coming. But I rewatched this battle and said, yeah, I should show this. This is a really good game. So I am sailing the premium tier 6 French battleship, the Dunkirk. I'm in a division with Jimmy Jazz, who is in the premium French cruiser, the de Grasse, and we are in an all tier 6 domination match here on Fault Line with one carrier per team. And I use the unique commander Jean-Jacques Honoré from my Republic in a full tank build. Sorry, folks, I do not run secondary builds on my upper tier French battleships. I'm going to start over here at Charlie to back up our Hatsuharu, who is committing probably one of the cardinal sins of a destroyer, which is to get into a cap, immediately smoke up, and park broadside to an oncoming fleet. In fact, right now we can see at least 4 ships, probably a couple more from the opponents coming here to Charlie. So we're going to face a significant force here. I am in a position that I think is pretty strong. It gives me very good torpedo protection. It allows me to control the number of opponents that can fire on me. Just waiting for my guns to reload here to try to get a shot on this Nuremberg that was broadside. And I'm going to fire here in just a second. There we go. He's starting to turn away. I don't remember. 2 bounces. Okay, well, I guess I got the middle finger from the German cruiser for not firing at the right time. But in any case, here come the torpedoes from the Nuremberg, and looks like at least one other ship. It looks like I can already tell our Hatsuharu is going to take torpedoes. When I zoom back out here, yeah, he's lost most of his health. So he's, instead of heading north to get away, using his smoke to get away, he is headed south directly into the jaws of the opponents. I don't know if this player at this point just kind of gave up and said, I might as well see if I can try to get some more torpedoes off. But he is focused into oblivion, and we've lost the destroyer screening, or at least one of them on this side. We do have another destroyer that is our Vesteros, which is in the thin west channel here at Charlie, but he has no smoke, so no countermeasure, and with the number of opponents that are pushing into Charlie, he isn't going to be too long. In fact, here's this Leander. The Leander looks like he's firing on the Vesteros, and I have a flat broadside to shoot at. And, ooh, nice. 4 overpens and a Citadel. So a little bit of a mixed bag. I get the overpens that people complain about, but I also do get a decent hit. Take out probably about half the health of the Leander. And, ooh, nice. Our Fuso gets the kill. Unfortunately, there are only, or fortunately or unfortunately, there are 2 battleships per team, and our team has sent both of our battleships to Charlie. So we have lost, and not only we gave up first blood, but we've lost most of our presence at Alpha. So our west flank is getting overrun, and in fact we can't even see it, or until just recently we couldn't see anything at Alpha. And our presence here at Charlie is well, it's not bad. I mean, we're actually in Nuremberg's probably able to get into put some of these ships into a crossfire, although he's quite the one I'm talking about, the Nuremberg that's south of Charlie. Although that's not really a ship to be dealing with in close combat. Got a broadside shot here on the Mutsu. I did get a Citadel on the Mutsu to kill him, but I had also gotten a Citadel on the Budioni, and I think I had told Jim I was going to hold fire on the Budioni and let him try to finish that off. You can see fire coming in from Jim against the cruiser. We do have a Vesteros and a Fubuki on the opponent's team that are still here at Charlie. Jim does take down the Budioni. The Vesteros is peeled off, and given his angle and his position, my guess is that he was sending torpedoes on our Fuso, but he's now squarely in the sights of our Nuremberg, which is south of Charlie, and I think he's probably going to get finished off pretty quickly. An opposing Nuremberg, yeah, there goes the Vesteros. An opposing Nuremberg has moved up the west side of Charlie here, And I'm going to hold station here, but it looks like the Nuremberg's going to turn out, and Jimmy is putting fire on the Nuremberg to try to get him off the flank. So that leaves just the Fubuki, which I don't, well, we can't see him. He was last detected in the southeast corner of the Charlie Cap. So my guess is either he's gotten into, maybe he's gotten into the channel on the west side, and that's why we can't see him, because I didn't see any smoke in the cap. So he's probably gotten out. We lose our Vesteros. I think that was over at Alpha. So we are down to, we have no destroyers now, actually. And the points are effectively even, and the ship counts are even. Jimmy Jazz, well, they were, and Jimmy Jazz just finished off the Nuremberg. And we are going to get Charlie here, it looks like, although there's the Fubuki. And we're going to get turned around here and head to Bravo. There are torpedoes coming from the Nuremberg, I believe. And it looks like Jimmy's going to thread those. And I'm going to get turned around. And so, yeah, our carrier is keeping the Fubuki lit right now. Fuso is at significant risk, depending upon how whether the Fubuki has torpedoes ready. The Fuso, the Fuso fired high explosive. I don't know whether he was anticipating the destroyer or not, but he one-shots the Fubuki, taking him out. So neither team have any destroyers left. In fact, we just lost our other Nuremberg, which was at Alpha. So we have two, one at Charlie that is still alive, and our Alpha flank has been effectively completely wiped out. Our Devonshire, which is on the north west side of Bravo, is making a smart choice to peel back and regroup. And our Nuremberg and our Fuso ideally should be as well, because right now where we need to hold things is at Bravo. The ship counts are no, I'm sorry, we have a one ship advantage. And we did see an Ismail that was moving toward Bravo. So, and in fact, we've now just detected him. So we need to focus on defending at Bravo. We can let the opponents keep Alpha, but so long as we defend Bravo and keep the ship advantage, we should be okay. Although that's a pretty healthy Ismail, and he can overmatch my bow. No, actually, he cannot. I'm sorry. He runs 356s, and with a 26 millimeter bow, he cannot overmatch me. The Sinop could with the 406s. So Jimmy Jazz and I think our Devonshire are putting fire on this Ismail. I think I'm headed directly toward Bravo, at least initially. Actually, I made a mistake. I said that there were no destroyers remaining. There is an opposing Fubuki that was last seen on the east side of Alpha. So my mistake there. We have not seen him and recently. So he's a threat if I try to push into Bravo. In fact, now we've just detected him. He's just about to move into the Bravo cap. That was pretty disappointing salvo on the Ismail. I could tell that he was slow boating, but I still gave him a little too much lead. And he is still giving me a flat broadside, and the Russian battleships are very squishy. You have a Nuremberg that's also firing on me now. Oh, shit. So that, in my opinion, I fired on the Ismail. I should not have. I should have held my fire and fired on the Nuremberg. That was kind of a wasted shot. In fact, I didn't land any shells. I'm turning towards Bravo here, but I shouldn't go into the cap because I don't have enough spotting on the Fubuki. And I think I'm going to turn out here. I think I may have intentionally made the turn in toward the cap, then turned away to potentially throw off torpedoes, a torpedo send from the Fubuki. We do have our Nuremberg that was south of Charlie that is moving towards Bravo. So long as the Ismail is not paying attention to him, he should have the advantage in an engagement against the Fubuki, provided he has hydro ready. And I'm going to come up here and engage the Ismail, who's going to come out to me relatively broadside to try to help finish him off, because he's a big threat to both Jimmy Jazz and our Devonshire, as well as our carrier, I suspect, has been detected as well. There are the torpedoes from the Fubuki, as I kind of anticipated, and the Fubuki has now been detected. Hopefully our Nuremberg is in a position that he can finish him off. This Ismail is flat broadside. There's Confederate, that's nice, but I didn't quite finish him off 4 overpens, only 1 pen. So that was kind of disappointing. I mentioned that he could not overmatch me, and that kind of proves that I bounced all those shells off my bow. And now the question is, who's going to get the kill on the Ismail? Because again, he's maintaining a very broadside position on me. My guns are ready, and okay, I can take all but a few hundred hit points. Jimmy Jazz gets the kill. That's all right. That's within the division. So so we've taken down the Ismail. So that was the last battleship. We have a low health Nuremberg and a mid health Alba over here. And there are some torpedoes that are probably sent by the Devonshire toward the Ismail. So I'm going to avoid these. Now, I'm going to stop or slow here. There. Ooh, nice. I get the kill on the Nuremberg. I'm going to slow here for 2 reasons. First off, obviously, I don't want to stumble into torpedoes coming from either the Nuremberg or the Alba. But I also want to have this island to my port side as kind of a torpedo shield from the Fubuki, because we didn't see the Fubuki. I don't know why our Nuremberg was unable to sort of chase him down. There's the torpedoes from the Nuremberg. I don't know why our Nuremberg didn't go after the Fubuki, or whether our carrier was unable to keep the destroyer detected. So I'm holding here in anticipation that we might see some torpedoes come through either of these channels that are in front or behind me. And I'm going to line up the next shot here on the Alba. Shot out, and oh, the Alba's grounded. Okay, well, that was kind of a wasted shot. So I guess I have to wait for the next reload, but he's not going to be able to get off this rock very quickly. So my guns are going to reload in time for me to get another salvo out. Carrier gets a little bit of chip damage on him, but just waiting for my guns, anticipating that he's going to start backing up. There he does, and shots are out, and yep, another Citadel. So I up to 4 kills. And okay, this is what I was afraid of. Here's the Fubuki. He was waiting for me to fire, I expect, before he came out, so that because he's within my detection range, and I can fully expect a wall of skill to be coming. I do have armor piercing loaded here. Those are torpedoes from the Alba. I'm just waiting for the torpedoes from the Fubuki. Here they come. I'm going to eat a couple of these, it looks like. Void 1, 2. Yeah, and these hurt a lot. The Japanese destroyer torpedoes have very high alpha. Another AP salvo ready to go here. Now, my overpens are going to do, I think, 970 points of damage. We're going to switch to high explosive. We really do need to get this destroyer off the flank. Fortunately, our carrier is actually doing a pretty good job now keeping the destroyer lit. We have fire coming from our Nuremberg, Jimmy Jazz, and the Devonshire on the Fubuki. So long as he can stay, our carrier keeps him detected. My HE salvo goes out. That looks pretty accurate. Yep. Okay, nice. Good. Okay, so up to 4 kills, and that leaves just the carrier. And based on where the planes were coming from, he's probably over by Alpha. Well, it looks like I'm vacillating here whether I head to Alpha through the channel that's on the west, I'm sorry, on the east, or whether I come in through the north side. And it looks like I'm going to turn back and go to the north side. You can see in chat that I think that's our Fuso player that's way on the south side who sailed through Charlie, is saying that he would have liked some support. The problem is that he separated himself. Our fleet was in the north. If he had come through, let's say, the west channel on Charlie and then headed up toward me, then he would have had more support because our cruisers were up here. But he elected to stay south, and I think he's getting focused by the carrier. That's what he's probably complaining about. So I'm going to head over here to Alpha, maybe get some capping action in. We've got 4 minutes, but we're already up to 900 points. So if I can get into this cap here before we hit 940, I will be able to get a cap before before we reach 1,000 points. Or maybe if we're lucky, we will discover the carrier. Like I said, based on where the planes were coming from, he's probably over here by Alpha. So let's see here. Hop on into the cap and get some capping action in. So yeah, so this has been a really good match. gotten Confederate and up to about 90k, or not, just shy of 90k. Ooh, I've been detected, so the carrier is here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, and he's just starting to move now. Let's see, first salvo out. Now, these tier 6 carriers are pretty thinly armored. Ooh, that was a Citadel. So I tend to get a lot of overpens, and I think I was probably vacillating on whether I load high explosive here, but we're going to win on points here very, very shortly. I'm going to put out another salvo here. We've got a few seconds before I get the cap, but the question is whether I do that or I kill the carrier. No, I'm going to kill the carrier in a devastating strike. 129,000, Kraken Unleashed, high caliber Confederate, Dreadnought, and devastating strike. So a really good match. This is a very strong boat, one that has really grown on me over the last year. I got this in a crate a couple of years ago. Wasn't really very excited about it, but I've been playing a lot since. I think it's a very, very good boat. So I hope you enjoyed the replay and the commentary. Please do leave your comments below. And as always, we hope to see you out there on the virtual seas, and we wish you happy sailing.